Oh, that's a good
Oh, god damn. Do I love this country. Welcome back, guys. This is Formula Relapse Podcast. I'm William.
I'm Juan.
And I'm Nancy.
Yeah, we got Nancy. She's a special guest today. We are recording, we're live right now, but we're not live for everybody else. We're recording in Austin, getting ready for the Formula One race this weekend at COTA, Circuit of the Americas.
And we're all here live, in person,
Almost.
at a table.
Almost
Let's hold
live
hands.
in person.
Let's hold hands.
I'm
We're
not
doing a
holding
seance.
hands with them, but they're holding hands.
I'd like to make an audio note that Juan is very sweaty. He's a very sweaty
My
person.
hands sweating.
We haven't
I'm
seen
nervous.
each other in 4 years. Actually, we started this podcast not knowing each other.
We actually never uploaded any of our material for the past 4 years.
Yeah. We've just been talking to each other in a very straight way.
They're
Absolutely.
lying. They make out every other weekend.
Only every other weekend's fair, though. Super fair.
We're drinking Live Oak, local brewery, here in Austin. And I'm drinking the Pills. What are y'all drinking?
We got some Hefeweizen going on.
Hefeweizen.
Yeah, we're Hefeweizening.
Okay, so let's start with the agenda. First things first, what are y'all most excited for this weekend?
Go ahead, Nancy. You're the guest. Go ahead.
I'm excited to see your outfits because you have to be really extravagant, really cowboy, and just show your Formula One fan merchandise because everyone's gonna buy everything and it's gonna be sold out. So I want to see you guys throw away your shirts, get naked in front of everyone, and put on your new
Put on the Red Bull, the Red Bull jersey.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that.
I think that's a good idea. I think we should buy triple XL jerseys and get completely butt-ass naked in the middle of COTA and then put the jersey on like a blouse.
I was
No,
actually
like a
thinking
dress.
we get
Yeah,
a
like a dress.
we get a triple XL and then we all put it
No,
on and we all
no,
right there. We all stick our
okay.
head
A
out the
$300 jersey, triple XL. I don't think they make Formula One's not for fat
Hey,
people. I think.
don't fat shame.
It's not fat shaming.
Yeah, that's
I'm-
fat
That's
shaming,
fat
man.
shaming.
I'm fat.
I've got a gut. You know.
Hey, wait, you only eat once a day though.
Yeah, but I drink a lot of beer. So
Okay.
it all kind of comes down to it. Anyways, I'm definitely excited. Speaking about outfits, I'm definitely excited to see what everybody's wearing, to see how many fans are in attendance for Red Bull and for Lewis Hamilton and stuff like that. I want to see who's really getting pulled for, because there's no America Formula One racers. So I'm interested to see, like, is there going to be a lot of Checo, Perez fans since it's a big Hispanic population?
Yeah.
For those who don't know, Juan is a
Of
Latinx.
Mexican descent.
We call them Latinx. You're being racist.
Latinx.
Yeah, Latinx. Sounds like a tissue brand.
Hey now,
Hey now.
you're a rock star. Did y'all see that they recently broke up because the guy was just getting belligerent in front of the whole crowd?
Wait, who?
The singer from Smash Mouth.
Yeah.
That sings that song.
He's a really large man who has a big alcohol problem, and I've heard that their concerts are kind of like white supremacy holdups.
He slams into everyone when he gets drunk, or
Have you not seen the video?
There was a video and he's yelling at people and he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. And it's like, whoa, play All-Star, please.
Anyways, Juan, what are you excited for?
I'm excited for all the different events. I want to see what they're gonna be doing. I know there's different geographic sections in Texas because if you aren't familiar with Texas history, there's 6 flags under Texas. A lot of different cultures merging here. So I'm interested to see what those little sections bring. Pretzels, nachos, hot dogs.
I think there's going to be a lot of Ferrari fans, a lot of hot dogs.
Yeah.
And
hot
the only
dogs.
2 things in Texas is steers and queers. So we're going to see a lot of cowboys and a lot of other cowboys, yeah. They're gonna ride 2 different ways.
I'm going to be dressed up as a cowboy on Sunday, I think. I'm going to try to get on TV.
You're gonna try and get on TV?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sitting at turn 15, so if you watch it live and you've seen turn 15, we're gonna be in the middle of the stands. We're all gonna be wearing triple XL.
Triple XL jerseys.
Yeah.
with
It's
no
gonna look
pants, right?
Nope.
No, well, hold on. I never agreed to that.
I mean, I'll do it.
I heard you guys.
I have to do it Sunday.
I paid way too much for these tickets to get kicked out.
So a little bit about the history of COTA. It's actually a pretty recent build. It's not too old. And there's been a ton, in the U.S. especially, there's a lot of different races. We're talking about MotoGP, which is motorcycles, NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR Camping Series, which is the giant souped-up trucks, IndyCar, Moto America, V8 supercars, and Formula One, obviously. And this weekend they're doing Formula One, Formula 4, and Women's Formula, and they're all racing. All jammed into this weekend, so it's going to be action-packed. If you're going to have a chance to see it on the TV, if you're going to be able to come out, you should definitely do it.
So the first race at the USGP, which wasn't necessarily at Circuit of the Americas, was in 1908. So it was like one of the very first tracks.
Definitely was not COTA.
Yeah,
1908.
Yeah, it must have been something in like California, because I think there was a lot of tracks early on in California. The most wins for a US Grand Prix is Ferrari with 10, and the most wins drivers wise, Sir Lewis Hamilton. The circuit length is going to be 3.426 miles, and the race distance, of course, just under 200 miles at 191. And it's going to be 56 laps of goodness.
Yeah, 56 laps, 1:36 is the record. I'm pretty sure it's going to be broken this month. Well, this weekend. It's going to be broken by an F1 driver. It's going to be exciting. The weather looks good. I love the track. If you're a fan of esports or you race online, you know this track is pretty difficult to get down. I mean, it's got some extremely interesting bits. It's got 2 pretty big DRS zones. One of them goes from like flat out to a straight 90-degree turn into just a snake path. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be crazy to watch these drivers.
Sector 3, it looks like. I'd be interested to see who gets the fastest Sector 3 time. That looks really complicated.
It is complicated. I mean, it has huge sweeping turns. The track's really wide, so there's chances to overtake in the middle of these turns, which is sometimes rare for newer tracks. Usually they tighten the track during a turn to make it safer, single file line. But with these, I mean, if you have the speed and you have the angle, you can overtake somebody going sideways. So it'll be really fun to watch that in person.
Turn 15, we should see a lot of action. I was looking at all of the previous Grand Prix, and I know me and Nancy were watching some of the videos, and it looks like turn 15 gets a lot of action coming out of the straightaways. There's definitely going to be some overtakes there. I imagine there's going to be a lot of cheering, and we'll just have to see what crowd is sitting with us. Is it going to be, like, if it's just one team, it's going to be kind of boring. It's going to be cool if there's a good mix. That way, when different things happen, we get different
like
cheers.
Battling it out, screaming at each other.
Yeah, I hope I don't lose my voice.
I think this is a pretty neutral spot. You know, the U.S. for racing, it's slowly gaining popularity, but not compared to, like, the European market. But we're definitely going to see a lot of Sergio Perez fans, a lot of Ferrari.
Personally, I'm a Checo fan.
Oh, you're a Checo fan? Why? Is he cute?
Not the cutest.
Down.
She looked right at Juan, her fiance, and was like, I don't know if I can say that recorded.
No. We've talked about it. We've talked about...
He might be not the cutest,
yeah.
But personally, I just really like his vibe. He also drives really well.
He puts off the vibe of a crazy person. You know, going from P20 to P6 in that one race, just overtaking like a madman.
He's going balls to the wall.
Yeah. He's a madman.
As a procrastinator myself too, I understand you just get so much energy from doing so bad that you have to
make up for it.
You have to make up for it.
That's awesome. I'm excited. I think Checo's going to do good this weekend.
Yeah. So y'all want to just go right into it? Qualifying predictions.
Yeah, if we're going to do predictions for qualifying, I say McLaren's going to beat Ferrari this time. I think this is a McLaren track. McLaren cars definitely have the straight line speed, and if they get a good qualifying, they're going to get a good race in. And there's no rain, thank God.
Yeah,
so
we just missed the rain. It's supposed to rain on Monday.
Yeah, we're not going to get rained out of the race, and also they don't have to worry too much about tire changes, which is going to be amazing to see. But I think Ferrari's going to be beat up a little bit. They're going to sit in the middle, obviously, 6th to 8th. But I could see McLaren maybe top 3, maybe one of them top 3. I'm going to have to go Verstappen, P1.
For pole.
Yeah, for pole, and Lewis Hamilton, too, for qualifying.
Okay. Nancy?
I think I agree with William. It would be Max, pole, Checo, second because I have a big bias towards Checo and I want him to do well.
Bias confirmed for Checo.
Exactly. No, and I also really like Sainz, so would love for him to be third or fourth. But
we're just talking about qualifying.
Qualifying.
Right now. Yeah,
right,
qualifying.
Right.
Okay.
But I obviously know Lewis is going to be 1, 2, or 3, possibly 2. Yeah. So,
but it's about who you want. So you want
I want
Max, Checo, and Sainz? That's your 1, 2, 3?
Yeah. That would be perfect.
I could see it. I think Ferrari is going to struggle, but I could see it if they... Because there's no... I haven't read anything about it, but nobody's taking an engine penalty.
Yeah.
Nobody's
I don't think I've heard anything announced.
So
yeah.
It's going to be a cleanish qualifying. Hopefully no red flags. Hopefully everybody gets some crazy lap times in. Williams might sneak in a cheeky little Q3.
From listening to the podcast, you have this weird bias towards Williams.
They always get mentioned.
No, and you're really cheeky about it too.
It's because whenever they squeeze into Q3 in like the top 10, I'm like, oh yeah, they don't deserve to be there. But that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool that they made it.
Yeah,
it's like
because they have such bad race pace and they just cannot keep up. Like if they start P7, they finish P11. Like they just cannot keep the top 10 in 56 laps, which is sad. And also you got to give shit to what's his face?
George Russell,
yeah, the kid going over to Mercedes. Because everybody thinks, from what I've read, they're going to be like, oh, he's going to be so fast in that Mercedes. I think he's going to suck the first season.
Yeah, he is.
I don't want him to suck, but I have a feeling...
He's going to have to get adjusted to the car. He's going to have to get adjusted to it. He really found his foot in that Williams car, though, which kind of sucks because I would have loved to see him race in the Williams one more year, maybe. But you don't always get what you want. For qualifying, for me, I think it's going to be a Lewis P1, Bottas P2.
Fanboy.
Hold on.
Bottas
P2.
Whoa.
Mercedes is insane with straight line speed right now. They're going to get 1, 2. At least for qualifying, I don't doubt it. And then we might get Max P2, but I think he might be P3 because I think the Red Bull last circuit, it just showed how slow it was. So I don't know what the hell Mercedes did over the past few engine upgrades that they've done, but they are super fast on the straights. And, from turn 11 to 12, that straightaway, you can gain a lot of speed if you're super fast.
It's the big DRS, though.
But I would agree, McLaren is not going to be far behind. I think they're going to be 4, 5, 6. They're going to be super close. Ferrari, I think they're going to do terrible on this track. I think for like a surprise pole, I think if we can get Yuki into Q3 again, just like we did last time, I think that's going to be awesome.
I'd love, because it's Gasly and Yuki, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
They're a good team.
I want Tsunoda to do good. It's just every
He's
single
a
time.
rookie. We got to give him we got to give him some slack. He's a rookie. It's his first season.
He's actually really good.
And he's only done 3 years in like career Formula racing.
Yeah.
So it's like he doesn't have much experience.
Well, when Lewis Hamilton was 7 years old, he was beating up kids on the playground saying, I'm going to be a Formula 1 driver.
Yeah. Now that we move on from qualifying,
who's
going to actually win? Who's going to crash out? Who's going to cause some chaos at the beginning? Because I saw the previous races, and I saw that, like, first lap, there's always some carnage.
Yeah.
So somebody's going to spin out. Maybe not get knocked out of the race, but they're going to be spun out. So I think the race is going to be not anything that's in pole position. Maybe first or second are going to get away easily. And I've actually seen that second place has an advantage because you're already on the inside. Mm-hmm. So if you get a better start than first place, you're going to be better.
It's almost 180 degrees on the first turn.
Yep.
So if you dive that inside, they have
no
choice but to stay out.
As long as you can match the pace of whoever's next to you, you'll be good.
I think if I'm looking at top 5, there's a McLaren in there. There's 2 Red Bulls, and there's Bottas. I think Lewis Hamilton is somehow going to get knocked out of this race. I'm calling it now.
Whoa!
I think he's gonna be P1, P2 for a while. I think he's gonna get knocked out.
Whoa! So you think someone in second is gonna come after him or something?
I think Verstappen or Bottas or Perez. Maybe not Bottas because he's he's just like
he'd yield.
Hey, back off.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is an intense race for points for constructors wise, and they are gonna, if they are neck to neck, especially in these fast turns, they are gonna be right next to each other.
Yeah.
And if one of them makes a mistake and one of them gets lucky, I have a feeling Hamilton's going to go wheel to wheel with somebody and get popped.
What if
Or at least
it's
get damaged.
Lando?
You think
Lando, he's a tough racer,
he's
dude.
Really aggressive.
Whenever Perez is behind Lando,
there's no way.
I quench, man. I'm just like, oh no, what's gonna happen there? Because he does not give up any space.
Mm-hmm.
I know every time we watch the race, every time it's Lando versus Perez, because that's happened quite a few times this season already. We're just like, no.
Perez gets around him though.
He does, but like it's
time.
super close calls though too. Like if you're not a good racer, wheel to wheel racer, you're gonna get spun out by Lando. So you think race prediction?
I'm doing P1 Max, P2 Bottas, P3 Perez.
Ooh, I like that podium.
Verstappen,
like
Bottas, Perez.
Sending all the good vibes to Checo.
That's with the knockout though. That's with the knockout
Right.
from Hamilton. If Hamilton stays up and there's not and he just gets a crazy good start, it's gonna be Hamilton P1 all the way.
Dang.
It's gonna come down to the first 2 laps.
Yeah, the first 2 laps going to determine where everyone's going, and I don't think race strategy is going to affect. If Mercedes gets away, they're going to be just way ahead. They're not going to.
Or imagine, if it gets later into the race and they pit Bottas first, and he has the chance to block Verstappen, and he actually can block Verstappen, especially in these kind of crazy winding turns.
Yeah.
It can get pretty brutal pretty quick. You lose 2 seconds a lap to Hamilton, you don't get those back unless he spins out.
Yeah, and he
doesn't
doesn't spin out. He has perfect races all the time. I think race predictions, I think it's going to be hard to do 1, 2, 3 for me. So I'll do podium finishes. And, one of these, I think Checo's definitely going to get a podium. I think he's found his foot in the Red Bull, so I think he's going to qualify really well. He's definitely going to get into Q3, and it's just a matter of if he gets up to 5th or 6th. If he gets up to 5th or 6th, I think he's got a podium. I definitely, now that you mentioned Lando, I see Lando podium. I really do, because the McLaren's going to be really good. And if it's not going to be Lando, it's going to be Ricciardo. Because he's also found his footing in the car as well.
I don't know. The last race?
Okay, let's not talk about Turkey. Let's not talk about Turkey.
That one didn't happen.
But yeah, that's kind of my prediction. I think it's going to be Checo, Lando, and either Lewis or Max. So I do think one of them is going to have some shit luck this race. I don't know if it's going to be Max. I don't know if it's going to be Lewis. But one of them is going to have some shit luck. What do you think?
I think it's Max first. Probably Lewis second. And then Checo third. But I think Lando is going to be fighting Checo
the entire race?
For third.
Yeah.
I really think so.
Oh, that'll be so exciting.
I hope that's not the case. Because whenever something happens eventful with Checo, it usually means he's out of the race.
He's out. He's going to spin out. He's going to end up in 15th place.
Well, for him, if he qualifies well, he podiums.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that. But if he just has this habit of doing so bad in qualifying.
Yeah.
Just so bad.
Yeah. He just loves his struggle.
He's getting better, though. He's at least now consistently getting into Q3, which I'll take that, No,
if he finishes 7th, he could easily get 3rd. But if he, gets a good lap in his top 3, sky's the limit. He's fast. He's competitive. He defends like a madman. He drives like a crazy person.
Yeah.
So I could easily see him getting P2. Hell, even P1 if Verstappen somehow gets out or gets damaged.
Lewis and Max crash on the first lap. That's going to shatter all the predictions. It's going to be nuts. Okay, cool. Well, thanks for tuning in. Be sure to look out for our other videos. We're going to be recording a lot of live stuff. Hopefully we can be out there giving away stickers, flyers, and
QR codes.
QR codes, not flyers, yeah. And hopefully we can get a good spectacle.
Yeah, if you're a recent subscriber, thank you.
Yeah.
If you're going to be at this race this weekend, send us a comment, DM us, hit us up, PM me, DM me, AM me. We'll try and get an interview with you, and it'll be fun.
Yeah, it'll be good. Thanks for watching.
It was nice joining the podcast.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah.
Try another one.
But it was nice talking to you guys about F1 and the predictions. I think it's all going to be fun, and I'm definitely going to chug 2 beers without before the race, which is before 11 a.m. So
Oof.
Yeah, if you're out there and you can find us, you can shotgun a beer for free.
Yeah, come get some tequila shots.
As long as you're over 21.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Thanks for watching.